Hello, I'm Swa. I am a V artist, an animator, graphic designer, and virtual reality storyteller. Definitely gonna have to go with SWA just because people have a better time pronouncing it Swa. It's actually a play off of my real name, François. Most likely design, just because I believe that there's more than just music that goes into art and creativity. VR game dev, just because there's a lot more that you can do compared to traditional games. I'd have to say Secret Sky, just because each year they've made the experience so much more magical and expansive. Last year's was really cool with the world that you could go to different stages and experience different parts of the festival virtually with your friends as well. I would have to go with SpaceX just because what they've been able to accomplish in such a short amount of time, and they really heavily focus on renewable and reusable energy sources. My friends know that I get a certain satisfaction of taking something high poly and making a really good looking low poly version of the thing that everyone thinks you need 1 million polygons for. I'm gonna have to go with the core. PK is just doing amazing things. I don't really like ever pushing my own stuff, but the last few core performances that I've seen have just been mind-blowing. What he's doing there is really incredible. The hip-hop events are, like you said, it's very refreshing because it's, oh, that's right, there's more than just the EDM stuff, which there's no problem with. It's just there's a lot of it. Actually, the last hip-hop event that I played, no one was expecting it, and I threw Korean, Japanese, and French hip-hop in there, and so people were like, what? French hip-hop? And I'm like, yeah, French hip-hop is way better than American hip-hop. Without the sound effects, you cannot have visual effects, but without the visuals, you cannot have sound. So thinking of the visual and auditory experience for those who are actually impaired, that's the thing that's incredible about virtual reality, is because it gives you the ability to really challenge yourself to work on both at the same time, simultaneously, while taking into account the people that do have these impairments. I'm gonna have to go with Ghost Week. It's inspired everyone. All of the really tight-knit communities and creators. Shouts out Obake. Singles are cool as one-offs, but trying to create full experiences, and I don't feel you can do all of that in one song, so album for me. Cord Robinson hasn't done anything in VR. Muzz has, and has made Sanctum, and it's amazing and incredible. So I would say from the VR standpoint, Muzz. It all really depends on the event that I may be attending. Typically, to avoid griefers or people trying to cause problems, I stay on orange to protect others around. But if it's something a lot smaller, then I will go on blue. Yeah, gonna have to be Matrix, just because it's really influenced a lot in terms of philosophy and choice. Has really made me reassess life every time I watch the films. Yeah, there is no spoon. I'd just have to go with Ableton because you're able to do a ton, especially for live performance. Yeah, Ableton, you can do video, you can do live looping, you can do beat repeating, and all the effects on top of that, and control them all in real time. Have to go with Mochi on this one just because I use standard shader in all of my worlds, and it's an incredible standard shader. Multi-stream all the way. I feel like just being in more places is better than just kind of like being in one little kind of like corner of the internet. That's a difficult one to choose either. Honestly, I would say both, just because they're both amazing creators. Either way we slice it, whichever festival it's compared to, I'm gonna have to go with Sanrio, just because they had everything built out with the multi-level stages that they had for different music events, and the artists that they showcased was really incredible. Yeah, and then I didn't know after the fact that it was a recreation of the real Kuro Land, which they have in Japan as well. So it was really cool seeing the virtual version of the real life place. Oh, I was just about to say I would have to go with New Order because of Substance, as well as the band it used to be before that, which was Joy Division. I have not been to Calibrate, but the very first set I did perform in VR was at Monday Launchpad at Rizumu, so let's go with Rizumu on this one. I do love Ohm. His philosophy is super, bar none, hands down, laser focused, but I don't know a lot about PK, but out of nowhere, the shows that he's thrown and the connections that I found out that he had relating to music that I had been listening to for years was inspiring and made me kind of remember why I came into VR. Both of them are incredible. I can't really pick and choose because Ohm still has always had that I just started last week mentality of curiosity and wanting to do new things and create new experiences. So they're both incredible artists in their own ways. I'll just say edits because you can do an edit of a remix and still have a cool song. Remixes take a lot more effort and a lot more work. Definitely have to go with Area 51 on this one. They may or may not have some secrets that we might want to find out about. It's one of those things that you cannot have without the other. So if I say no friends, that means I keep the internet, which then I can still be connected to friends. So yeah, I guess that was the whole premise behind that song was if your internet goes out, you're no longer connected to your friends. This one I'm gonna have to say no friends in the most positive light. Ooh, man. They are very similar in certain aspects, but yeah, it's one of those things that you wouldn't have one without the other. Daft Punk. Yeah, there's not much more to say. Slade is a friend. Pentaholic is more of a super close friend, but both of them inspire each other. They both do take amazing pictures, or Pentaholic making very cool videos too. Black coffee, hands down. It's my liquid Adderall. I would not be able to focus without some coffee. I'm gonna have to go with Bill Cipher. Yeah, you wouldn't have all the madness without Bill.
Surreal.